Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls 2 PvP and another weapon showcase. This time I am using the Gyrm Greataxe, which is an amazing weapon. I love this thing. It's definitely one of my favorite weapons in this game. Now, getting started, this weapon requires 50 strength and 8 dexterity in order to wield. It has an A scaling in strength and an E in dexterity. The physical base damage of the weapon is 390, and for me the attack rating is 595 Withering of Blades. The counter strength of the weapon is 110, the poise damage is 50 per hit, and the weight is 24 units. Now, this is a weapon that I use very often on my Muscle Mage build, but I don't generally use an uninfused version of it. I typically use a magic infused version. So, when you do infuse this weapon with magic, or with any element, the physical base damage drops down to 273, and your elemental base damage, it goes up to 273 as well. And you have a B scaling in strength, an E in dexterity, and a B in whatever element you infused it with. And for me, my magic Gyrm Greataxe has an attack rating of 671, and that's kind of insane. So I'll be using it at a few points in the video, which is why I'm mentioning that, just to get it out of the way. Now, with this weapon, the pros and the cons, I would have to say that the biggest pro of this weapon is either the damage output, or the fact that it does so much stamina damage when someone blocks it. Because for some reason, people have the brilliant idea to try and block this thing's attacks, and I don't even know how many guard breaks I get in a regular session of using this thing, just because they try and block it and it doesn't really work out well for them. It eats through your opponent's stamina like there's no tomorrow, and that's a really good thing for you and not so much for them. So, those are the two main pros in my opinion. A third pro would be the combos. Now, the reason I'm saying combos are a pro, even though they were nerfed really hard, they still are very good. Now, provided you time your attacks right and the person has wasted enough of their stamina, like this guy here, they won't be able to roll away, and you can get a good 3-hit combo. Now, if they didn't improperly manage their stamina, they'll be able to roll away after the second hit, but that being said, you still have a guaranteed 2-hit combo, and that still does quite a bit of damage. So, those 2-hit combos work when both one-handed or two-handed, and they can be done with either the just R1, 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 R2, rolling R1, R1 for both one-handed and two-handed, and jumping attacks thrown in on top of that just mean good things. It just makes it so it's a very useful weapon, because people generally, after you hit them once or twice, they'll back off, so you do a jumping attack after them. Maybe they'll be blocking, maybe not, but if they're blocking, you'll probably guard break them, because that's generally what ends up happening. So, that's at least my experience with the weapon. Now, other things to mention about this weapon, the cons, well, first off, the biggest con, it's heavy. It weighs 24 units, that's kind of a lot, so you definitely need to manage your weight a little carefully when you're using this thing. Other cons, it's slow, it's easy to dodge because of that, but that being said, you should have a more patient playstyle with it than I do. I have a very aggressive playstyle, and that gets me into trouble more often than not when using this weapon, so do as I say, not as I do. It's one of those moments. Be a little more defensive with this thing and you'll be better off. So, that's my opinion there. Unless you're doing a bait to get someone with the rolling attack and then get the nice 2-hit combo on them, that's a very good strategy for this weapon. But anyway, that's actually all I've got to say about this thing. There's one fight left after this one, so I hope you guys stick around and enjoy it. It's a very short fight, so it is what it is. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, found it helpful in one way or another. Please like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff, and I will see you guys next time.